welcome to another trade recap on GBPJPY. So I'm going to be running a trade recap on the trades I took this week on GJ. So I actually ended in a loss this week. This was a trade I took on Tuesday, ended in a loss, and also on Friday yesterday ended in a loss as well. So I'm going to be running through on what went wrong on this trade. So particularly this trade was initially a buy. You could see how I got stopped out, right? And then after getting stopped out, you could also see that I got stopped out at 12, and then 3 hours later the trade play out. There was a news on this day. Bank of England governor spoke. The same news that affected the market on Friday last week affected it again this on this trading day. So yeah, ended in loss on Tuesday. I think I didn't actually follow my strategy, so this loss was entirely on me. Could have avoided it, because normally I was supposed to wait for a break of structure at this zone to confirm that, yeah, okay, I may push higher because I respected this, so it's going to give a break. But as you can see, there was no break, so I just placed the limit and then in a loss straight up. So yeah, this was Tuesday's trade. This was a breakout. I don't know, maybe I could have caught the sell, but given to this push, and also if you scale to the hourly, right? So if you scale to the hourly, you can see that, okay, I was actually looking for a sell right up at this point, so that's why I didn't even go for a sell setup on this day. But you could also see that, yeah, at 3 p.m. it came into this hourly fair value gap and just sort of went ahead with it. So this was entirely my fault. I didn't know the price was going to come down to this fair value gap, so it's something I'd look into, add as well, because anything could have actually happened. It could have actually pushed higher because of that, or even come lower, because it actually did. It came lower on Wednesday, and then I saw this move on Wednesday. I was like, okay, cool, we could get a sell at this zone right here exactly, but it pushed higher, and I was like, okay, Thursday, Friday as well, we could get a decent buy. I was already looking for a buy at this point, not until this happened, and it happened really quickly, and I was like, oh shit. This was actually Friday's trade, ended in a loss. I think I took a sell. Yeah, I took a sell, so ended in a loss, because this move happened way too quickly for me. And you see, it respected this fair value gap that I had in mind, and also as well here that I was actually looking for a particular buy, and I was kind of bullish. But because of this move, it swept it high at 2007, and then just plummeted immediately. It just plumped immediately, and though it closed like this, indicating the bullish momentum, but I scaled lower to lower time frames, and I was actually looking at this level right here. So at the 5 minutes, at the level I was talking about, you could see that there was a fair value gap right here, and this was what I was waiting for. But it pushed higher and came into the initial bearish order block that I marked out. That price eventually pushed higher, and you could see the dump that I was talking about just dumped in a minute, and also pumped massively as well. So I saw this zone like at 9 a.m. I saw I was respecting the zone, but there was nothing solid for me because it could actually go lower and fill this level before pushing higher. So I saw this, but it wasn't giving anything to me until there was like a news at 10 that confirmed it, because it pushed higher and created this, and I was like, okay, cool, the buys, I could get a buy at this point. The price didn't come down. No, it didn't come down. And then I was like, well, I'm not buying at any higher right now because I could get stopped out as well. So I went for a sell. But mind you, the sell, I didn't just go in immediately. I waited. So as you can see in the 5 minutes, there was this break of structure right here at 12:40, but I didn't rush into this particular one. Then there was another as well. So I waited for it to come back, which it did right at this level. It came back, created this again. I was like, okay, cool. We could get movement to the downside, and I placed my entry right up here. This was my entry right here. This was my entry, and stop loss was exactly at this point because I didn't think price was going to push higher than it already had, and take profit was right up here into this fair value gap, of course, because this was where I was looking for a buy, because I would actually raise the entry to this point from here. So that was exactly where my take profit was, where I'd take the buy. But as you can see, it came in, activated, and just kept on going. Like, it kept on going. Not until this trade took me in at 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. give or take. Yeah, I was activated at 2. Yeah, 2 p.m. I saw the setup at 2 and then got activated and got stopped out by 3:55. And then I think at 5:15, 2 hours later, there was a break. But obviously I wouldn't have gotten in because this is where I did put my entry. But it just dumped like crazy. Pretty much dumped all the way. And you could see the order block that I had marked out. It respected this shit. Like, you could see it respected 1, 2, 3. This was where it came into it, and then it came into it yesterday, indicating, and then also respected it, but yeah, got stopped out as well. So totally on me, because I also looked at this level right here because it came into this bullish fair value gap, respected it. You know, I don't know, I keep on missing key things, key fair value gaps on the hourly that I keep on missing, because I've had experience with GJ. There are times where it doesn't come into a fair value gap if it's rallying, because there are multiple fair value gaps that have not been tapped over the couple of weeks. Like, you can see this one, for example, barely came into, this was where it dumped and came into this. So you can see on Thursday it actually came into this fair value gap, respected it, and that was why I was looking for a buy up at this level, because this was the support level right here. This was the support level right here, and you can see the support level actually played out, but it wasn't giving anything clear to me. When it eventually did, it didn't come back to the point. It did not come back to the zone. So yeah, this was the trades I took this week. 2 losses and missed out. Totally my fault. Both losses were entirely my fault, and I missed out on. I wasn't paying attention, should I say that, and it cost me. And yeah, for every mistake in trading, you actually pay with money. So, yep. Hopefully next week we'll see what the market has for us. So, appreciate you boys on this one. See you on the next one.